I decided to go 100% vegan for an entire week straight. With this drastic change in my diet, eliminating all animal protein and products caused me to wither away? Or would I reach some Super Saiyan streamlined tofu vegan clarity? Or would something else happen? This video is my 1 week journey eating 100% vegan. But you gotta focus. What is up, guys? So this is day 1 of my 7-day 100% vegan challenge. Now I did make my first meal right here, coconut walnut yogurt. Soaking about 2 cups of walnuts in water overnight, draining the water the next day, adding them to the blender, then dismantling a young coconut, draining the coconut water into the blender with the walnuts, and then scraping out the coconut meat into the blender, blending it all together very well, putting it into this container right here, and then adding about 3 to 5 probiotic capsules, just pulling them apart, putting them in there. These probiotic capsules were vegan certified probiotic capsules. Yes, we're going strict. Mixed it with a wooden spoon so we wouldn't deionize the enzymes and kill them, you know, that hippie stuff. And then you let this sit out for about 5 hours or so, and it turns more jelly-like. So I'm gonna break my fast and start this 1 week vegan challenge, eating this vegan coconut walnut yogurt I just made, and I'm gonna add a little bit of vegan protein powder. I feel like maybe we're gonna need to find creative ways to get enough protein in over these 7 days. It's all about the experiment, man. We're gonna see what happens to the body. Now you can add like additional toppings to this if you want, but that's it. Breaking the fast, here we go. That is good either because I did a good job or because I'm starving. So speaking of creative ways to get protein in, we are now moving to dinner. Lentil pasta, which is essentially just one ingredient, lentil flour, which is packed with protein, and I'm eating the whole container. After the pasta was cooked, I sauteed some chickpeas, throwing in some spices, chopped ginger, chopped garlic, and onion, adding in some coconut milk for some extra fat, and some spicy curry powder. Putting this sauce over the noodles with some steamed bok choy and a little bit of pineapple on the side. Talk about a complete vegan meal. Oh, and avocado. Oops. So, finished 2 plates of the vegan dinner. I honestly don't feel like I'm too bloated right now. I've been trying to really pace myself and chew it. However, I do feel like I did eat a lot of volume, but I still I'm craving something, like I need something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now have some dates and some walnuts. Sugar and fat. Of course it's gonna taste good. But it's healthy. But it's not low calorie. Good morning, fellas. So I've got a lot of dishes I'm gonna do real quick, and then we're gonna actually get into a vegan breakfast today. The next day, a little mess from last night's dinner, but feeling good. In fact, not having any severe cravings for any animal products, and I think it was because I had a significant amount of fat on my first vegan day, which kept the animal products craving away. But that was only 24 hours so far. We still had 6 days to go. Things might change. So for today, for this morning, I am going to start with a breakfast, a vegan breakfast. We're gonna have a banana, and then we're gonna also have some of our coconut walnut yogurt with some protein powder again. And then I'm gonna make myself a vegan latte, not because I'm a diva, but because I'm trying to cut back on the caffeine, so it's gonna dilute my coffee down a little bit. So apparently, honey isn't vegan. It's one of those gray vegan areas. All right, to be safe here, because I wanna be a vegan purist for these 7 days, I'll set the honey aside for now, okay? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Any vegans out there, what do you guys think about honey? Is honey vegan or is it not vegan? And if you're vegan and you eat honey, are you still considered a vegan, or are you considered like a vegan excepto honey lacto vegan or something like that? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments, guys. Wait a minute, bees aren't animals, they're bugs. Please forgive my stupid sense of humor, but yeah, that's actually a real question. Anyone out there who's a vegan, do you consider honey vegan or not? I've read some articles on it and it seems to be like back and forth, so I just want to know your opinion out there because I respect my viewers' opinions. We skipped the honey, used the stevia, we had our coconut walnut yogurt. That was all we had while we worked, up until our first workout on this vegan experience. Alright guys, before we go hit this workout, I'm gonna get some organic beet powder in right here by Snap Supplements. If you haven't tried beet powder, it really helps with stamina, endurance, breathing. I like to use it as an intro workout, but there's really no rules when to take it or not. But yeah, this is like the highest quality beetroot powder that's out there right now, in my opinion. If you guys want 20% off any Snap supplements, including their new cherry lime flavor beet powder, snapsupplements.com and use code FOCUS at the checkout. And it's also vegan, if you don't already know. Alright, so just got done with the bodyweight workout. You know what it is, Bodyweight Base 2.0. If you're wondering, we did day 23. I just felt like doing something full body for this first workout on this vegan challenge. Anyways, my body felt good. I felt light during my movements, but I felt a little creaky. I'm just being honest. Like, I did feel a little creaky in the joints, but I did feel light and I do have a ton of energy still. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get in a vegan protein shake and then I'm gonna take this energy, put it to use, and honestly, I think I should clean the basement out because it is horribly dirty down there. I only show the clean part, but if I flip the camera around, you guys would be like, oh my gosh, dude. All right, almond milk. Dang it. Water then, all right. Oh. Organic unflavored pea protein powder. 2 level scoops is 20 grams of protein. Crap, this stuff's like magnetic. Oh my gosh. All right, I found some of this organic turmeric powder in there. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and that's gonna be good for creaky joints. So I'm going to add that to my protein shake right here. About that much. Man, look at how golden that is. Pineapple, blueberries, and bananas. All right, moment of truth. Right. Manageable. Needs a straw, that would help, I think. All right, we're gonna drink this up and clean out the basement. Oh! So the overall summary of how I felt on day 2 of being vegan is an abundance of energy. Even after my intense workout, I felt like cleaning up and just moving around. But like I mentioned, something to note was my joints just felt creakier, and I don't know if that has to do with the style of vegan diet I was following or if it was just a coincidence. Maybe time will tell. Yo, so that turmeric in there, really added a nice zing, and it kind of masked that nasty pea protein flavor. And I don't know, I definitely giving that a thumbs up right there. So I'm gonna take a shower, do some more work, and then it's dinner time. Dinner on day 2 was very similar to day 1. Sauteed some chickpeas with some chopped up spices. The only difference was adding this spicy red pepper sauce, and instead of eating it over noodles, I was eating it over rice. But still added in coconut milk with the full fat, as well as had an avocado with this meal to get that fat content up to help with satisfaction. And I also threw in some extra peas and some mixed vegetables just for some more greens and for some more vegan protein. Dinner is done. I feel like I'm getting leaner. Finishing up day 2 with walnuts, dates, and a clementine. In my opinion, this is a healthy, higher calorie dessert, but very satisfying, and that's what I was shooting for. On day 3, feeling extremely sick of eating fiber, what better to do than a fresh squeezed green vegetable juice? So I just grabbed an array of leftover vegetables I found in the fridge, plus some fruits, primarily a lemon and some pineapple chunks. Juiced it all in this slow juicer right here. If you guys have never tried a fresh juice before, I highly recommend it. I used to do this on a daily basis, and honestly, I felt great. In fact, I don't know why I stopped, probably because it is kind of expensive to do this on a daily basis, and also kind of a hassle, but, you know, sometimes health is wealth, folks. I might have to consider doing this again, I'm just gonna put it that way. Oh. Man, you can taste the health in that, like, holy moly. It's winter, you're gonna run with that?
Yeah. Sunny.
It's so nice out. Once again, something to note, any low intensity cardiovascular activity felt like I could just literally keep going and going and going. But my joints still felt a little creaky, so I didn't push it, which was interesting. Just absorbing the sun rays, solar energy, so hippie, so vegan. Alright guys, we are headed to the store right now. And I have to be honest, I am craving meat. Like, all I want is beef. I want ground beef, that's it. I just want like a burger patty. So instead, I am going to make vegan chili. We're gonna do vegan chili and we're gonna put in a lot of beans, I guess, because I feel like I need some protein. I really didn't eat much so far today. So beans. Yeah, I hope that's not gonna just backfire on me. You know what I mean? So optionally, I added some garlic, ginger, and some chopped onion to try to spice this up. Sauteed it in the pan, then I just kept it really simple. Canned diced tomatoes, canned black beans, canned pinto beans, ew, and canned white beans. And then I just freestyle added some spices I had in the cabinet. That was it. Alright guys, taste test, moment of truth. Let's give it a whirl here. Doesn't really look like much there, but I assure you it's packed with flavor. Honestly, not bad. That might get this meat craving I have out of the system. You know what, that's a good like survival food. Like if you know, prepping for the apocalypse, tons of canned food, like that would actually make a tasty survival dish. It would be very easy to prepare. All you need is like a little, you know, gas stove. So vegan nutrition tip, what I'm gonna have on top of my meal is this right here, nutritional yeast. So like being a vegan or vegetarian, a lot of the times the problem is getting in B vitamins. This stuff is packed with B vitamins. Hopefully this takes care of my meat craving though. I don't know. Here is the bowl of chili. I've put a half of avocado on top of that. Pop some of that nutritional yeast on top just like that. I know it looks kind of weird, but I'm telling you, a lot of flavor in there. If you like cheese on your chili, this would probably be it. Alright, I'm gonna enjoy this dinner. Still got half left. I'm still hungry. That's the weird thing, is like I'm still hungry, I just don't feel like eating any more beans. Like I really don't. So I'm saving these leftovers, putting this in the fridge, and I'm gonna make myself a vegan dessert. Mystery hand there, folks. So once again, after dinner, just felt extremely fibered out, like I didn't want any more chili, otherwise I'd literally feel sick. So I wanted to create something more dense, more calorie dense that would be satisfying. I decided to just freestyle whip up a gluten-free vegan peanut butter cookie biscuit-like thing. Pretty good. Literally just eyeballing the ingredients. Popped it in the oven at 375 for 12 minutes, and this is what we got. That looks pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It's a little flaky though. I kind of wanted it more chewy. Oh. You see that? Too flaky. But the taste is still pretty good. It just needed an egg, I tell you. All right, guys, day 4 here at Cop. Yo, look who it is. Look who it is. I'm back. He's back. Look at that. It's like the new model of the one I have. Everyone asks me what I have. Look at you get it for $47.99. So hitting up Costco with an old pail, getting some bulk vegan foods, trying to keep it wholesome and healthy, staying away from that meat. It's got whey protein, that ain't vegan. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm talking about. Should we do it? Oh my gosh. Put it in the basement. Got the loot. For the meal on day 4, literally cooked up a very similar base using chickpeas, spicy curry powder, also added some green peas in there, put them on these almond flour wraps with some broccoli on the side, yada yada yada. The main point I'm trying to get at is we're using a variety of foods, but they're a variety of wholesome single ingredient or low ingredient foods that I would consider healthy. And we're not using any highly processed meat substitute or any crazy sugary vegan ingredients. We have been keeping this diet generally healthy up until this point. Having another round right here. This is actually my 3rd round. These are so good, so good. Something to note is I can smell my wife's beef. Because my wife cooked beef patties, like burgers. I can smell them like more than ever. It doesn't smell bad per se, but it's just like very intense. I don't know if that has something to do with being vegan, but just something to note during this experiment. All right, I'm gonna eat this. For dessert now, another batch of those vegan peanut butter cookies. Woo, guys, okay. Without being way too much information, I just wanna say this. Regular. So like usually on my like normalish diet, I would, you know, potentially even miss a day here or there. Not a single day has been missed, and not a single day has been disappointing. Let's put it that way. Today I feel like I have a ton of energy and I feel loose. I want to actually try something today. I want to maybe get back into something and see how it's going to go, all right? So this is going to be very interesting. Yo, like my groin where my injury was is so tight right now. Like I don't think I can even do another one. Like ow. So I think we're just gonna do some body weight stuff to finish up here. But yeah, harder than I thought I was gonna get back into it. My main meal, literally just the vegan chili leftovers thrown over some rice onto these amazing wraps. Try out these almond flour wraps, they're so good. I am so sick of beans, any type of bean. So what we are going to be doing today is I have some sweet potatoes I chopped up and they're in the oven right now baking, but the kicker is going to be dun dun dun. I got this at the store today. Oh, just like look at that.
Cut it yourself.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna do like tofu chicken nuggets. That's what I'm gonna do. So yes, as you guys can imagine, so sick of anything bean or bean related type foods. So I decided to mix it up and try a vegan classic tofu. I got the extra firm organic tofu to try to keep it as wholesome as possible. Now you can see when it's cooked up right here, sauteed with some veggies, it looks very similar to my wife's meal, which is literally the same thing, but instead of tofu, she has chicken. All right guys, here's the final plate right here. Let's give it a whirl. That is not bad. It has an egg texture, very egg-like texture. Not bad at all. I'm not even craving any meat. I just want to make that clear. It's just like I was really anti-craving beans and rice. Oh, it's cooked up so good. I'm gonna probably have about 2 to 3 rounds worth of this, and then we're gonna get some dessert. So dinner was actually kind of small. Like I feel really hungry after that, so I'm hoping this fiber right here from all this fruit is gonna help satisfy that. And then I'm probably gonna have some walnuts and some dates, trying to keep it as clean as possible, as healthy as possible. You know, if you really want to satisfy, like a little diet hack is some tea. This is just some turmeric ginger tea I got from Kroger, and this is not a diet hack because this is a lot of calories, but I still consider this healthy. And this leads me to the final day of this challenge, which served as a huge learning moment, for I made a grave mistake on the last day regarding health, which affected me severely. All right guys, it is the final day. So I thought I'd change it up today. It is the weekend, so I got these vegan mini lemon poppy seed muffins right here. Man, that is just cute. So I might have 4, maybe a little more. But yeah, I'm gonna have this with a latte, and then we're gonna go work out. I'm gonna hit the weights up today. I'm gonna see where my strength's at on this final day, and just see how I feel in the gym and let you guys know. 1 entire week so far of eating vegan, and this is the last day. I know. I just want the boys to understand why I put the plates on the way I do. About 9. So just got back from the gym. Just gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like I had the best workout, to be real. It was like a C-. Strength was there, but like I just felt creaky. Like everything just felt creaky. And I don't want to just say like, oh, this is definitely the vegan diet's fault. I actually think it's my fault for the foods I just chose in the last 24 hours over this vegan diet. Specifically this entire frickin' pack of vegan muffins. I think I could have done better. Reading the ingredients, sugar, flour, and then a ton of seed oils, which I have completely cut out of my diet besides just this challenge. I've completely got rid of seed oils, which I could get into why I did that, and I felt so much better when I did that. But with that being said, that's in those muffins. I ate the whole frickin' pack. I basically ate that for breakfast before the gym. And then, I don't know, the tofu last night, I don't know if I felt the best after that. Like I was feeling pretty good up until yesterday. Like I didn't even have that much energy in the gym, to be honest with you guys. I gotta stop being such a little baby, you know. All right, we got Veg Up. Getting in one more of these pea protein vegan shakes like I made earlier this week before dinner. I've got something exciting for dinner though. A little bit on the fun side, a little bit on the naughty side, but definitely healthier than breakfast. anything besides just muffins. For dinner, we definitely chose a more wholesome route than earlier that morning, making these Mediterranean-style chickpea and rice wraps with some garlic sauce and avocado for the calories and flavor. Oh, that looks good. Honestly, this probably turned out to be the best tasting thing I made all week long. That is good. 8 muffins for breakfast, not recommended, but this is good. In fact, a tip for anyone trying to eat wholesome vegan would be definitely utilize chickpeas if they don't give you a problem. Chickpeas just seem to really have a meaty texture when they're cooked, and just really took my mind off of any meat products throughout this entire experience. Probably my number 1 favorite food throughout this entire experience, and number 1 most useful food as well. I feel a lot better after that dinner. That dinner was really good. Honestly, I've just been like sugar jittery all day, kind of from those muffins. Biggest mistake I made throughout this whole thing. Huge mistake. Like too much sugar in the form of muffins on the final day. Just because you're eating vegan doesn't mean you're healthy. It doesn't mean you're gonna feel good. That's the lesson from this. Gonna eat this. We're gonna play cards, so we're taking this to go. But I'll see you all tomorrow when we break this 7-day vegan fast, basically. The day of the results. Looking a little bit leaner actually, but weighing in, my weight barely was changed. Now looking at the side-by-sides of the before and after, it almost does look like I lost a little bit of muscle volume in the upper body, but it's hard to tell. I don't know, what do you guys think about the before and after here? Now jumping into the analysis, there's some very important points, and I suggest you hear what I have to say. What is up, guys? First and foremost, I just have to say so many more fine details can be learned through experience, and that's ultimately what this experiment was about. Now, with that being said, something that has been reinforced in my mind, just because it's vegan does not mean it's healthy. Huge point that I feel like a lot of, maybe let's say normal people, wouldn't quite understand. When people look at the vegan diet, they're probably either thinking like, wow, that person's either, too extreme or crazy, or they're thinking, wow, that person's so healthy. Now, from doing this experiment myself, neither of those opinions are my opinion. First of all, I don't think it's crazy to eat vegan at all. In fact, I think eating vegan can be extremely healthy and very good for you if done right. One huge thing I think I did right early on in this experiment was eating wholesome foods that were cooked myself, fresh, with ingredients that I could name, that I could see, that were, plant-based, highly nutritious foods with, micronutrients, fiber, etc. Now, as I learned the hard way coming to the end of this experiment, when I ate that entire case of muffins, even though they were mini muffins, which the first ingredient on those muffins was sugar, followed by flour and a ton of seed oils, etc. I think I could have got away with, 1 or 2 muffins and felt relatively fine, but 12? Now, why would I do such a thing? Well, if we look at the data, on day 6, the day that I ate the tofu, I only really ate about 1,900 calories total, putting me in a deficit, leading me to be extra hungry the next day. Following that morning, day 7, you guys saw me go downhill eating those muffins, which were sugary, which sugar probably does spike insulin levels in me, which I'm assuming it did, which made me even hungrier, causing me to eat the entire tray of muffins, all 12 of them, 1,200 calories of sugar. Then I go into a workout. No duh, I'd probably be feeling like crap during my workout. When I ate those muffins that day, something I did not mention is I was craving meat hard, craving like a saturated fatty meat, like a burger or like a steak or something like that. And then you could see how eating a crappy vegan sugary diet would lead you to craving maybe that saturated fat, and then you'd be like, well, I gotta stay vegan. Then you go to that synthetic meat substitute crap that's like not even food. Not saying there are brands out there that don't make a better meat substitute, but like the stuff I've seen in the stores, like if you just read those ingredients, like I'm just saying ultimately, just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're healthy. That's what I'm saying. Now, with that being said, let's go to the positive. First of all, when it came to eating more of a clean vegan diet, like making my own coconut walnut yogurt, fresh fruits, vegetables, cooking my own food, seeing what's inside, using wholesome ingredients, in that aspect, I actually ended up feeling pretty good, pretty clear. Now, I don't want to give you guys any false hope and say like I felt absolutely amazing those first 5 or 6 days. I did feel maybe slightly above baseline when it came to clarity, energy was good, had a ton of energy. Joints felt a little creaky here and there, but I don't think it was anything out of the ordinary to where I could blame it on the diet. It could literally just have been like just one of those days, you know what I'm saying? So looking at the macronutrient breakdowns for the entire week, it does look like I had way less protein than I normally am used to. I normally like to hit between 140 and 180 grams of protein with my normal diet on a daily basis. But looking at this vegan 1 week challenge, I was lucky to hit 100 grams of protein in a day. So my protein consumption was way less than it was on my normal diet. And it was also no animal-based protein, all plant-based protein. But with that being said, something interesting to note was even after the severe low-calorie day on day 6, followed by the super sugar spike on day 7, feeling like crap, going to the gym working out, I felt like my strength was actually untouched. I actually felt just as strong as I was, a week ago before doing this experiment. My strength felt like it was still there, even after eating severely low protein, in my mind, or in a bro's mind, you know what I'm saying? And then, even interesting on top of that, is looking at these before and after photos carefully, it doesn't really look like I lost any muscle off the arms, the important part, boys. They were just always skinny to begin with. Now with that being said, I only lost about a ½ pound of weight from the beginning to the end of this. So yeah, that's how this experiment went. Who knows what would happen if I would continue this experiment, week to week, month to month, seeing what would happen to the body over time. But just 1 week was pretty refreshing, except for that last little part right there. Hope you guys enjoy these experiment videos. I have more videos coming out for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, turn those notifications on. If you're interested in my bodyweight training program, check out Bodyweight Beast 2.0 on onlykindsfitness.com. If you're interested in any SNAP supplement, use code FOCUS at snapsupplements.com. It'll get you 20% off your entire order. I hope you all have a great day. Peace. I will see you all in the next video.